The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grandy.
Consumer is great. This is a good thing. They feel good about the economy. They feel good about their job situation.
With a super strong consumer, more confidence in spending money.
This is a reflection of the economy. And, of course, when consumers are confident, they go out and spend.
Consumers are confident. We hear that every day. Consumers are confident. They're really confident. They have plenty of money. They're strong. But today, we find out where they're getting their money from. It's credit cards. We've been saying that all along. It's debt. When they go buy stuff, they're not consuming stuff. They're consuming debt. Their debt is rising 30% faster than their incomes. Their credit cards, we just got a report today, 1 in 3 people, or 86 million Americans, they're tapped out. They're close to tapping out their credit cards. Now, they got to start paying that debt back. When you start paying that debt back, that's when deflation hits. In other words, everything stops. Stores start cutting their prices. That's deflation. Next, they start laying people off. And then when you see your neighbor not going to work, he got laid off, you become concerned. And what do? You start cutting back, and it gets worse. Every day we hear how strong the consumer is, how strong the economy is. They got to start being honest with us. It's not true. It's all been credit cards. The credit card debt has surpassed $1 trillion. That's the highest. We never had $1 trillion in credit card debt. Auto loans over $1 trillion. We've never had so many people 90 days late on those payments. Also, we never had so many people late on their credit cards over 90 days. Now, here's what's interesting. So we have the market drop since October. It dropped down 20%. Now, what led the market down was they raised interest rates, telling us that the consumer is strong. He's fantastic. The economy's great. The consumer's strong. Let's start raising rates. And as long as you have the jibber jabbers telling us this stuff.
Consumer is great. This is a good thing. They feel good about the economy. They feel good about their job.
Yeah, as long as you get that narrative, false narrative every day, the consumer gets confidence. That's why they always bring out the confidence report every day. New confidence, The idea is to keep building the confidence of the consumer. Tell them everything is great. Tell them if you're consuming more than your income, that's great.
People are feeling flush in their accounts, spending more than our income coming in.
Yeah, make them feel good. That's the confidence. And then what happens with the market, when there's confidence, investors turn around and get out of the secure bonds, and they start getting into the stock market where there's more risk. But that becomes a problem. They're getting out of the bond market, going into a stock market, thinking everything is great, the consumer's strong, everything's wonderful. But underneath, the market's imploding. And when they get out of the bond market and get into the stock market, and as stocks go up, the problem is there's no demand for bonds. And when there's no demand for bonds, when China lends us money, what are they doing? They're buying our bonds, our treasuries. So when there's very little demand for bonds, China says, wait a minute, when they go to the auction, We're not going to bid. We're not going to loan you money and bid for these treasuries at this low of a rate. We want more. So what happens is the rates start going up. So you got now the long-term rate going up. So that means housing gets hurt. Mortgage rates go higher. The interest on our national debt goes higher. Remember, the interest on our national debt in 2008, when it hit 3.7%, it tipped the stock market over and we crashed. We're at 3.2% right now. So all of this phony stuff, every day they're trying to push the market up. So the banks, after they fell, led the market down 20%. All of a sudden, the banks turn around and go back up 10%. And the question is, why are the banks going back up 10% when they just came down 20%? Did somebody cut the rates? No. Again, it was the Federal Reserve going in and buying the bank stocks themselves, unbeknown to you. That's called the plunger team. So to push the bank stocks up to create an illusion everything is fine, backed up, of course, by these jibber jabbers on these financial shows. So the only thing that is going to keep you straight as to what's going on so you don't get caught is if you follow the money. If the institutions are smart, they're going to put money in when the economy is really good. And if it doesn't show up on my chart, the one I designed personally, that follows the money, we don't buy, no matter what they're saying how strong the consumer is. And when they're pulling their money out, we position ourselves to sell short. Now, the bond market is telling us the truth. Anytime you want to find out what's really going on in the stock market and the economy, you don't go to the TV shows. You don't go to Fox. You don't go to CNBC. You don't go to Bloomberg's. You go to the bond market. Now, the bond market is telling us a total different story than what we're being told right now.
Consumer is great. This is a good thing. They feel good about the economy. They feel good about their job situation.
With a super strong consumer, more confidence in spending money.
This is a reflection of the economy. And, of course, when consumers are confident, they go out and spend.
The China trade story is more important than the earnings reports story.
Let's congratulate IBM. Those are great earnings.
Yeah, so everything's wonderful. But here's what the bond story is telling you. The bond market always tells you the truth. That's why they don't talk about bonds. They don't want you to know the truth. You have to watch two different interest rates. You watch the bond or the treasuries, the 10-year treasury yield, which is, of course, today at 2.76. And then you also watch the 2-year treasury yield. The key is if you have a 10-year treasury yield at 2.76 and you got the 10-year treasury yield at 2.76 and you got the 2-year at 1%, that's great. That means the economy is doing good. Then you go and check the durable good orders, the big orders, anything that you have that lasts over 6 years. Your washing machines, dryers, big screen TVs, and if the durable goods orders are strong out in the future, that's good. So if you got the 10-year treasury yield at 2.6 and you got the 2-year at 1%, that's good. Strong durable goods orders, that's good. That means you got a strong economy. If you got housing starts that are up, that's good. But guess what? None of those are up. All of those indicators are telling the opposite of the jibber jabbers. That's right. And then on top of it, you got China, the global market, slowing. And when that market slows, it kills our manufacturing business. More when we get back, join my gang. You don't have to worry about any of this. I'll tell you when to buy, when to sell, and run like hell.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG. Try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Thousands of investors trust philsgang.com to deliver the tools and resources they need to invest with confidence. With the Phil's Gang MaxVest 1000 stock charts, you have the power to create highest quality, color-coded, easy-to-read charts in just a few simple clicks. Designed specifically for technical analysis and investing, the Phil's Gang MaxVest 1000 stock chart seamlessly integrates and functions on mobile, tablet, desktop, and web devices. Isn't it time you leave behind the old stock research routine, spending hours reading websites, out-of-date newsletters, and magazines? Instead, subscribe to the Phil's Gang MaxVest 1000 stock charts and plan your entire investment strategy. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264, and we'll see you on the charts. Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com. philsgang.com has taught thousands of people from all walks of life how to invest and make profits in the stock market. philsgang.com can help you generate extra income, maximize your retirement financial savings, and teach you how to avoid costly investing mistakes. With the Phil's Gang membership, you get all the comprehensive stock research and data, analysis tools, Phil's recommendations, and the professional customer support you need to make smarter, more profitable investing decisions. Don't wait. Call today, 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. Or go to philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. 877-600-4264. Did you know Phil Grandy hosts a daily live stock market investing webinar class? Never miss a beat with the market and your investments. Learn, invest, and profit with philsgang.com. Call 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. I want to extend my personal invitation to all my listeners to join me in Orlando, Florida, February 7th through the 10th. At the Money Show Free Investment Conference in Orlando, Florida, being held at Omni Resort Champions Gate. That's Thursday, February 7th through Sunday the 10th. On Saturday at 2 p.m., I'm inviting you to attend my workshop. Don't miss it. To register, go to philsgang.com. philsgang.com. We'll see you on the charts in Orlando. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. We have 3 wonderful programs. We have a program for a person who just doesn't have time, the very, very busy person, where you follow my 5 recommendations, the same 5 stocks I've been investing in for over 2 years. You follow those recommendations. We tell you exactly what to do with those 5 stocks with complete support. So easy to do. We also have another program where you can follow 3 to 4 of the stocks that I actively trade every day. And then finally, if you want to really learn about investing and trading and all aspects of it, we have the best educational program in the country. So we have it all. Join my gang, philsgang.com. 877-600-GANG. That's philsgang.com. See you on the charts.
Don't wait. Make it a prosperous new year with Phil Grandy and the Phil's Gang team. game. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Eastbound and down, loaded up and trucking. Are we gonna do what they say can't be done?
Put your money to work. Make your investments pay. Listen to Phil Grandy. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. Join my gang, philsgang.com, or call 877-600-GANG. Join the gang now. It's $39.95 a month. And just follow. If you're a person that has no time, you can't come to class, or you don't want to learn, all you want is give me the stock that is going to go up. I will give you that stock. We'll tell you at 2 o'clock every afternoon Eastern Time we post it. I tell you when to buy it. I tell you when to add to it. I tell you when to sell it. I tell you when we're going to turn around and short it. And I tell you when we're going to run like hell. You haven't got to do anything but go there at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. You haven't got to think about what I think about every day for my members. First of all, I look at durable goods. I'm looking for signals to tell me if the market is going to drop. You always look out. You look forward. You don't look back. And as I told you just a few minutes ago, durable goods orders are very important. If those orders start falling, that means the economy is going to drop. We also know housing starts. If those housing starts start dropping, we know the economy is going to be in trouble. The yield curve, when the 2-year yield curve reaches the 10-year yield curve and surpasses that, that's called an inversion. That tells you we're in a recession or it's coming and the market's going to collapse. So those three things tell you. The other thing that I look at every day for my members, earnings. Now, they've been able to cover up the earnings for the last 8 years. Now, understand what's going on. Earnings aren't terrific. Earnings aren't good. In spite of what they're telling you, listen to this.
Another quarter of strong growth.
Earnings just continue to move higher.
The stock is jumping so much.
Strong earnings reports.
The important thing is earnings generally have been great.
Earnings are still very solid.
All right, let me tell you what's going on with earnings. Now, it's not true. Now, what they've been able to do and what's been happening, earnings have just started to drop. Earnings are getting worse, 4%. They never tell you about the top line sales of a company. They never tell you about the margin. Now, what's that mean? The margin is different. Let's say you manufacture hats. Okay? So if the cost of the hat is $10, okay, and I sell it to you for $20, that's a nice margin. It cost me $10, I sell it to you, that's $20. But if it cost me $10 and I'm selling it to you for 15, that's not very good. You got to watch those margins. Margins is life and death. Margin is any business is what keeps you alive. You got to keep that margin. If your industry has a 12% margin, you got to maintain that margin or you're going to die. Now what happens is they've been cheating. Because of stock buybacks, they've been able to take the bad earnings and push them up. Before stock buybacks, you always looked at a company when the earnings season came and say, okay, if they're reporting earnings, I want to see top-line sales. Are top-line sales increasing? Are they up 10%, 15%? Well, nobody cared about top-line sales anymore. Matter of fact, top-line sales were going down, but they say their earnings are terrific. Their earnings are going up. But what people didn't realize, where they're getting their earnings from, is they borrowed money at 0%, and they turned around and they borrowed the money and they bought their own shares. So when they buy their own shares, they don't care that the top line sales, like they used to have to care, that the top line sales are dropping. They mask that by telling, oh, our earnings are up. That's all you hear about is earnings. How many times do you ever hear anybody say, what's their top line sales? Nobody cares. So to get the earnings up, they buy their own shares back. When they spread their earnings over fewer shares, the earnings go up and the stock goes up. That used to be a felony. A person would get arrested, the CEO, for doing that. No more. They've been for 8 years been able to tell you things are terrific. Just look at earnings. Well, that's how they got their earnings, because they could borrow money free and buy their own stock back and pushed the earnings up that pushed up the stock price. And by the way, the CEO of companies, their compensation is tied to that stock price. So they got very, very wealthy. And the 1 percentile, they control 85% of the gains. So as the market went up $13 trillion in the last 8 years, they put 85% of that in their pocket. So nobody cared anymore about productivity. Nobody cared anymore about let's buy new machinery, increase our productivity. Then that way wages will go up. Nobody cared about you. Nobody cared about Main Street. Why would they care about you? They didn't need you because they didn't need to produce more goods because nobody looked at the top line sales. Well, that is now changing. And now we're starting to see earnings are down 4%. They started talking about it. Why? Well, now because companies no longer can borrow money free to buy their own shares back. So zero interest rate is now going to 250 points. That means a company now, when they're borrowing money free or at a quarter points, costing $15 a share, their cost. Now it's costing them $50 a share. So now they're starting to look to top line growth again, and they're finding companies are not growing. This whole thing is being a big, fat, ugly bubble, just like Trump said. But when Trump came in, instead of staying with that and keep honest about the big, fat, ugly bubble, he decided to change his narrative. Says, now I'm president. It's no longer a big, fat, ugly bubble because I'm president. It's true now, he says. Well, now here's where we stand today. The stock market cannot hold where it is. The market's going to give back. The 10% rally we've had since December 26 is a joke. It's all, you can't have the banks run up. You can't have the banks come down with the idea they're coming down because interest rates are too high and then have them run back up 10% with the same interest rates too high. Which is it? So they're going to give that back. They can't buy as many shares back as they used to because interest is too expensive. And now with the $9 trillion they owe the corporation, the money they borrowed, this is a big, big worry for the institutions who do buy the stocks. Your big hedge funds, your biggest banks, your biggest insurance companies, they're scared to death now because of the $9 trillion with interest rates going up. The corporate debt is really huge and could take this whole market down again. Join my gang. You don't have to worry about any of that because I'll just tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to run like hell according to my chart. We'll be right back.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, we're fighting against childhood cancer every day. At the heart of this battle are our donors.
Most of us want to make some type of difference in the lives of others. St. Jude does miraculous work.
The fact that no one has to pay, it's a place where everyone is treated as an equal.
Everybody is welcome here, and it doesn't matter your religion or what part of the world you're from, all that is taken away. It just gives you some hope.
It's just a nice feeling to put your energy into something that really does genuinely make a difference in a child's life.
There's just no greater gift. If we have the ability to help, then we have a responsibility to help.
Finding cures, saving children. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Find out how you can help at stjude.org.
When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert. It says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com. What are people saying?
Back about 2005, I found myself out of work. One of the things I was doing was KCA was playing Phil's Gang at noon, and he was predicting in 2005 a collapse of the housing market. Phil's Gang feller, he was on it, and nobody else was predicting what he predicted, but he was on the money. He was talking in 2005. He was talking about how people had the teaser rates with their mortgages and that the whole thing was going to collapse. And he knew what time it was. You got to respect that.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, we're fighting against childhood cancer every day. At the heart of this battle are our donors.
Most of us want to make some type of difference in the lives of others. St. Jude does miraculous work.
The fact that no one has to pay, it's a place where everyone is treated as an equal.
Everybody is welcome here, and it doesn't matter your religion or what part of the world you're from. All that is taken away. It just gives you some hope.
It's just a nice feeling to put your energy into something that really does genuinely make a difference in a child's life.
There's just no greater gift. If we have the ability to help, then we have a responsibility to help.
Finding cures, saving children. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Find out how you can help at stjude.org.
Why pay thousands of dollars for a weekend seminar when for only $39.95 a month, philsgang.com provides all the daily market investing information you need to make profits in the stock market. With over 40 years of investing experience, only Phil Grandy and the philsgang.com team provide daily live investing webinars, up-to-the-minute market updates, all the investing educational videos you can imagine. Don't hesitate to learn, invest, and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG. Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. You can go to philsgang.com right now with your mobile device and then click on where it says radio show and the cam recorder's on. You'll see me, and then you'll be able to follow me with the stocks that I put up on my chart so you can see what I'm talking about. We start talking about some stocks, which we're going to do. But first, I want to finish something up. Listen to this.
Mr. President, Nancy Pelosi just responded, and she said she will not consider a concurrent resolution to have you come to the House on January 29th to deliver the State of the Union. Your response to the House Speaker?
I'm not surprised. It's really a shame what's happening with the Democrats. They've become radicalized.
So, I would love to discuss that with you for the remaining time. I'd love to discuss the whole hour I have with you about this. But that's not my job. You can listen to 35 million shows, okay, all going to talk about that. But you have very few shows to go to where you get the truth about the market. Because when you put your head on the pillow at night, well, that's all fun to watch. You still got to pay your bills at the end of the month. You still have to retire. That's not going to happen you. Oh, believe me, I'd love to do a whole show on all this stuff. Love to go at them. Be fun for me. I get that. But I have more value to you if you just listen to me about your finance, especially your 401k, which is a joke. So where's the market going? Everybody asks me, especially now, I get emails from all over the country because on January 16th, as you know, is the first one. I haven't heard anybody else say they called the market. On January 16th, 2018, I said the market was going to crash, that this was the first day of the stock market crash for 2018. And I also said, remember, that the capitulation would happen in December or the first quarter of 2019. Of course, we were right. It happened in December. So even a year out, I could call that December was going to be the capitulation. Now it's right on. Now everybody's at, what happens now? Well, that's why you want to join the gang, because I'm going to make sure, like I do with all my members, that they're going to enjoy the rest of this rally, and they're going to enjoy when this market falls apart. Now, the one thing, as I said, you need to understand about the stock market is I watch the durable goods orders, the housing starts, the yield curve, which is very important, and China. The slowing of China is what caused me to say on January 16, 2018, the market was going to crash during 2018. How did I know that? Because China is very important. Because China, remember, we produce. Manufacturing in this country is very vital to us. It's about 15%. If you add cars, it's about more than 15% of our GDP. That is a big segment of our economy. And as long as China is doing great and they're building roads and construction, they need equipment for all of that. We sell that equipment. And then we also sell equipment to other countries, emerging markets like Brazil and Africa and other countries who will take raw materials out of the ground with our equipment and sell it to China. Well, China has stopped all that now. So what they do in the morning is they give you a false narrative. Oh, the economy is going to get better now because China, like this morning, they're going to put more money into their economy. They're going to start more construction, which is all a lie. Okay, because their debt is huge. China debt is the biggest problem for our country because, again, when they slow, we get killed with manufacturing. Now, the one thing that's important to understand is this. We're talking about earnings, and I don't want you to. I don't want your eyes will glaze over. It's like watching paint dry. But I want you to understand one thing is so important about these stock buybacks that covered up all these sins that created that big fat ugly bubble that no longer is going to be there. Now they got to get real earnings, and they're in trouble because here's how they would get their earnings. Think of this: you're going to buy, let's say, Ford. And they got 2 million shares outstanding. I'm just going to make these numbers up to make it easy for me to explain. So 2 million shares a company has outstanding shares. They have 4 million totally, but they put 2 million out there so everybody can buy and sell and trade. So let's say their earnings are 2% and their stock is $10. Okay, so now they have 2 million shares. Now they do their numbers. Their top line sales are going down. They're not selling as many hats. Let's say they're a hat manufacturer. They're not. Let's use a hat manufacturer. So they're not selling as many hats. But they got to meet the earnings. So how do they do that? Well, here's how they cheat. If they got 2 million shares, all they got to do is go to the Federal Reserve and borrow money free with no interest. They reduced the 2 million shares to 1.5 million because the company buys their own shares back. Now their earnings will go from 2 to 4%, and their stock would go from $10 to $15 without having that ability to go and borrow this company out, go and have the ability to borrow money free again. Remember, it's been free for 8 years. To reduce their shares from 2 million to 1.5, that stock, their earnings would have stayed at 2%. So from 2 to 4%, That was cheating. They never got 4%. They reduced the amount of shares they had outstanding. That's what they did. It's cheating. It's fraud. So that's what pushed their stock up from $10 to $15. And who's benefiting? The CEO, because his compensation is tied to stock. And who else is benefiting? The 1 percentile who controls 85% of the profits that go up in the stock market. This has been a big ride, and this has been a big ride for 8 years, the big fat ugly bubble. That's all changing now. So you got to learn to make money as the market is going to go down. The biggest problem right now, the only way they can move this market back up and make sure it doesn't break through the S&P at 2,600, that's key, that number 2,600. If it breaks through 2,600, this market is going to fall like a flying monkey. So they're doing everything they can to push the bank stocks up. What's that mean? The Federal Reserve will go and buy bank stocks because they lead the market. So they've been buying bank stocks since January 26 to push those stocks up. Isn't that interesting? Because those bank stocks were going down because interest rates were too high. So now they're pushing them back up with the same interest rates because they're buying them. So it's important to join my gang, and I will tell you, just follow the same 5 stocks that we've been in for 2 years, plus we give you bonus stocks. That's called my Working Investor Group. You haven't got to do a thing. You don't do anything. Just follow my instructions. You go to my site, and we post at 2 o'clock Eastern Time, tell you exactly what to do with each one of those 5 stocks. You can do what you want. Now, our return on those 5 stocks have been 18% the last quarter. Now, that doesn't mean every one of my gang members makes 18%, because remember, I'm not a fund. You don't send me money to manage for you. The 18% is where I tell them, okay, it's turned from red to green, now buy. And then it turned red, okay, we're going to short. So that's the profit center number, meaning if I say, okay, the stock just turned green, buy it. Just turned red, we're getting out. From the green to the red, it was 18%. Again, I can't tell what each gang member is making because I don't control their money like if a mutual fund. But I can tell you each stock that I pick, what gains that stock made, if you follow me. And when I look on my chart, it tells me when to buy, I buy. When it says when to sell, I sell. When it says to sell short, I tell my gang to sell short. If you follow those 5 stocks, that's all you have to do. You'll get a better return, I know you will, than anything you're ever doing in your 401k. 877-600-GANG, and at the same time, you're helping St. Jude. All I'm asking you, please send some of that money to St. Jude. By the way, I will be at the Money Show. It's going to be held at the Omni Resort in Champions Gate, Orlando, Florida, February 7th through the 10th. It's going to be free. So go to my site, and we posted a link where you can register and get the details. But do register right now. Go to my site, philsgang.com. Join my gang.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. Why pay thousands of dollars for a weekend seminar when for only $39.95 a month, philsgang.com provides all the daily market investing information you need to make profits in the stock market. With over 40 years of investing experience, only Phil Grandy and the philsgang.com team provide daily live investing webinars, up-to-the-minute market updates, all the investing educational videos you can imagine. Don't hesitate to learn, invest, and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. I want to extend my personal invitation to all my listeners to join me in Orlando, Florida, February 7th through the 10th at the Money Show Free Investment Conference in Orlando, Florida, being held at Omni Resort Champions Gate. That's Thursday, February 7th through Sunday the 10th. On Saturday at 2 p.m., I'm inviting you to attend my workshop. Don't miss it. To register, go to philsgang.com, philsgang.com. We'll see you on the charts in Orlando. I will make sure that all the stocks that we are engaged in that are going up, we will get maximum returns, and we will be out of those stocks by watching our color-coded chart. You never again will have to worry about being out of an individual stock or an ETF or an index when the market crashes. You will be out before it does happen. All you got to do is join my gang, 877-600-GANG, 877-600-GANG. I'm reaching out to you. All I'm asking you to do is to reach back to the kids at St. Jude when you're making money.
Don't wait. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264.
St. Jude exceeds any expectation or any dream I could have ever had about a hospital. I was told we wouldn't get a bill. I didn't quite process that. How's this possible? It's possible through all the wonderful people who donate. I don't know if they are aware of what they do, but they're saving children's lives every day.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures, saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG. Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com. Welcome back. This segment is brought to you by the MaxVest 1000 stock charts. For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264.
And join my gang, 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-GANG. Try it for 1 month. It's $39.95. You got two choices. The $39.95, you get everything. You can be working with the Working Investor Group, or you can go to my class every day and learn how to be a trader, learn how to be an investor, to be an aggressive trader and investor. Or otherwise, just go to the Working Investor Group, where I say that every day at 2 o'clock, I post exactly what to do. We watch the market during the day. My team gets together. We tell you we're going to buy, or you're going to sell, or we're going to add, or run like hell, or better yet, short. And then just please help St. Jude if you're making some money. I'm reaching out to you. I need you to reach back to them. Durable goods orders have been down for 3 months or 4 months now, I think, in a row. That's another key component that tells you where the economy is going. There are no good signs. Now, I don't want to come out here and be, everybody tells me, oh, I'm the doom and gloom guy. No, I'm the guy that tells the truth. I can come out here every day to make you feel good. That's not my job. That's the job of CNBC, Fox, and Bloomberg. Their job is to make you feel good so you go out and consume, because consuming or spending is 70% of our GDP. That's how it grows. And for them, Bloomberg, CNBC, and Fox, they fight. Those three channels fight to get the money from the same advertisers. mostly the automobile dealers. How do they get those from the automobile manufacturers? They actually track and see which one of those shows is the best cheerleader. So the last thing they want, you think they would put me on one of those shows? You think Ford or GM would sponsor me?
Yeah, baby.
What are you, nuts? Of course not. But I'm not doom and gloom. I'm trying to tell you, you've got to think about your retirement. And retirement is coming. Yes, I'd love to sit here and talk about all this political stuff. I'd love to get into that. But that's not going to help you. I'm going to tell you when to buy, when to sell, based on the information I have on my color-coded chart. That color-coded chart, MV2, that's what I designed. The algorithms I designed. That tells me when to buy, when to sell. And my members have access to that. So please try it for 1 month. See if it makes a difference. Okay, I'm running out of time. I want to talk about Cortez. Now, you heard Cortez, okay, talking about her, let me see if I can find a cut on this, on climate change.
Millennials and people and Gen Z and all these folks that come after us are looking up, and we're like, the world is going to end in 12 years.
Okay, I want to cut it short because I don't have time. She's telling you the world's going to end in 12 years. Kerry comes out and says Trump should resign because he didn't stay with the Paris Agreement. Are you nuts? Trump did the right thing to get out of that deal. The right thing. That Paris Agreement, that treaty, is a fraud. The best thing you can say about it is a fraud. The Paris Agreement, okay, or you can describe it as being between a farce and a fraud. It's all about political theater. It's like the TSA at the airport. That's all political theater. Same thing. Now, the problem is Kerry comes out and he says that how great this organization is, and that Trump made a big mistake getting out, and he should resign as president. Are you nuts? Kerry, like Obama, believed in distribution of wealth, as long as it wasn't their wealth. In Kerry's case, his wife's wealth of $1.5 billion. Kerry stood up and applauded. This is how bad this is. He applauded himself and said, look, China and India are making major commitments. Now, remember, we got to put up in cash ourselves, the United States. We're putting up over $5 billion. $5 billion. And what we're doing is called redistribution of wealth. They're taking our $5 billion and we're giving it to the poor countries, right, to control the emission. So China, he comes out and says China and India made major commitments. No, they didn't. China, he said, pledged, okay, that they are going to reach their emissions by their emission target by 2030. Wait a minute. They didn't pledge anything. The CIA found out. They didn't pledge nothing new. China was well on their way to 2030 to reaching their peak emission without our money. India is not going to contribute anything. They're not going to, because if they start doing that, they can't compete. They don't want to spend money on emissions control because that's going to cost a lot of money. They can't be as competitive. So Kerry sits there and lies to us and tell us China and India, they signed the agreement and everything's great. None of that is true. None of it's true. And again, so Kerry shows up in Paris, okay, and he says, look, we got an ambitious target. We're going to reduce emissions in the United States by 26%. What are you, nuts? That would have put our economy in a down-tail spin, even worse. Kerry didn't care. He has his wife $1.5 billion to back him up. This is unbelievable. So the problem is that this agreement was a killer. The Paris Agreement, which Kerry endorsed, costing us taxpayers $5 billion. It's going to cost us by 2040 6.5 million jobs if we go along with it. Are you kidding? That this is going to put our country in a huge disadvantage with countries like China and India and Russia who are not going to keep with the rules. Kerry agreed only China and Russia and India were allowed to increase or have no cap on their emissions. Okay, not us. We had to stay by the rules. What are you, nuts? Kerry was so dumb when he made this deal. He was killing our economy. And also, the other thing that was going on is that it was going to cost here, us in the United States, 20% more, every household 20% more for energy. This is stupid. And MIT did a study and found that global temperature reduction was 0.2 degrees, 0.2%. Let's put it in perspective. It would be the equivalent of cutting, let's say you put 3 teaspoons of sugar in your coffee. That 0.2 tenths would be the equivalent if you took one of those 3 teaspoons and say, I'm going to cut back my intake of sugar by 1/100th of 1%. That's the equivalent. And we're going to be out there in the United States. We work hard. They're going to take our tax money and they're going to give it to China. They're going to give it to India. And China's already on their way. They don't need our money. And we're going to give it to the poor countries. There's 196 countries, and we're going to be footing the bill for all of them. It was the best thing we ever did to get out of that. Otherwise, our economy would have been in real trouble. Our jobs. Trump did the right thing. Don't when you listen to this Cortez and Kerry and people are going to die and this is all nonsense. God, I mean, she's just a real dumb arse. That's all I can say.
Clueless.
I mean, she just is so dumb. Like Kerry, it's just incredible. The two of them should get an award. The two biggest dumb arses in the world. I mean, these people are in another world. Kerry is married. All he does is go marry rich, wealthy women. So he's got one. He never has to worry. Just think about it. He goes and marries somebody that's a billionaire. The company she owns is worth $25 billion. She now is worth $1.5 billion herself. But remember, she controls the stock of that. He's got it made. He could care less about you or me. He could care less. He just flies around the country, and he just Mr. Big Shot. You've got to think about your retirement. And all I can tell you is one day you are going to be retired. You need to put money away. If you're 35, even 25, you got to think about it. You're not going to make money with a 401k. You're not going to make money listening to these people. They're never going to tell you the truth. All they want you to do is go out and spend so Ford and GM will give Fox more advertising dollars than Bloomberg. The three of them all fight with each other for those advertising dollars. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now. Join and I will help you. Believe me. Go with thy 5 stocks. You'll love it.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
It's